Hello and welcome back to another character creation video. My name's Lumen and today we're jumping into Diablo 4 and I couldn't be more excited. I've been waiting a long time to say those words. I've been waiting a long time to customize these characters. If you perhaps don't know what Diablo 4 is, it is an action RPG and it is the latest in the Diablo series. There was customization in Diablo Immortal, but we don't count that. This is the first in the main series to have character customization upon creation. And in this video, we're going to have a look at absolutely everything on show. I'm going to mention here right at the start that all the different characters here, they look vastly different from one another, but they do share a lot of options. And you will see that as we jump into each of them. Just know that. On top of that, if you'd like to do a deep dive to discover more about the game, you can find some links below. And another thing you can find below is the timestamps. They will help you in this video. I'm going to structure everything perfectly, and I'm going to make it easy for you to find what you're looking for and leave satisfied. That said, we're going to start on the left by customizing a barbarian, but first we'll have a look at the overview. So we'll jump in, see what the class is all about, then we'll start customizing the female, then the male, and at the end of each of those we'll randomize as well. Then we'll do the same for the Necromancer over here, and the same for the Sorcerer, and the Rogue, and the Druid. So, let's do this. Barbarian Overview. Powerful warriors who rely on brute force to subdue their enemies. Barbarians are able to swap between an array of powerful weapons during combat, ensuring that they are prepared for any situation. Now you can read a whole lot more about each of the classes on the official website, or if you just jump in and actually have a look at their talent trees and stuff like that. But here are some previews of the abilities you can get. Berserkin, Bleed, Walk-in Arsenal, and Unbridled Rage. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I always love Barbarian. You know, it's the leap that does it for me. Now, when you select the one you want to customize, you get to choose your body type first. It's the female and male body types. And then you are presented with the templates. I'm going to say right here that this is more than enough. If there's something that you like here, if you think one of these characters is right up your alley, if you think one of these characters is what you want to start your journey with, then just pick one, finalize, and go. It's perfect. They offer a wide variety here, and it gives you a decent idea of what you can do. However, they don't go too crazy with it, because there are some options that could be considered crazy. So I personally think, and I might be a little biased with this, but I personally think customizing is a good idea. So yeah, the templates themselves, pretty cool. Like I said, they give you a good range of options here to choose from. But the customization is where the actual true fun is. First things first, face variations. Each of the classes has 4 different on their male and female choices. And I feel like, and we'll zoom in a little bit so you can see them, I feel like they change enough and they give you basically enough variation with it for you to make something interesting and unique. But this is obviously not where the main customization is done. And I will point out, in case it wasn't obvious, there are no sliders here. You're not going to be able to customize and fine-tune your character. You pick in a face, skin tones, colors, hair, accessories, and you're done. It's a lot, and you can make some super cool looking characters, but there is a little bit less than you may be used to from other games. The characters themselves, however, look amazing. They are just fantastic. The texture work, the hair's kind of nice. You'll see when we skip through the other hairstyles. Anyway, that's the 4 face variations, then skin tones. These are the same on every one of the characters that you can customize. So if you jump on Rogue and you look at the skin tones, you'll get the same ones. If you jump on Necromancer, you look at the skin tones, you'll get the same ones. They have some pretty light ones, and they definitely go dark enough with it. And then, in case you didn't see it on the templates, they have a couple of choices that have vitiligo. They have the splotchy colored skin, and that's kind of cool. Hell yeah for inclusivity. That's nice. I mean, it actually just looks fantastic as well. It's really cool. So, for the purposes of the video, let's take the first one, the basic one, so we can see the makeup and stuff like that. Then you get to pick your eye color. With each of the classes, there's one eye color that will be different. They'll have a unique one, and you'll see it at the end here. And I think that for the most part, that's going to be what people pick. They have the incandescent color. Barbarian has yellow, I think Rogue has purple. Each of them has their own color. And I feel like they stand out much more. They are just brighter. But yeah, I mean, the black eyes look pretty cool too.
So all of these are pretty normal looking eye colors, and then you come over here to the incandescent one, and that's just like, wow. So for now, we'll take that one. We'll jump ahead. Hairstyles. There are 11 hairstyles on each of the characters. I think that it's the exact same number. Maybe give or take one. And then each of the classes has 1 or 2 hairstyles that are unique to them. Specifically, I think this one is unique to Barbarian, along with this one. And I'm not going to be able to pick them all out and tell you exactly which ones, you know, belong to them and them alone. But I will just say that it's worth looking around to see if there's something that you like. As an example, the rogues get a really cool mohawk that the other classes don't have. I don't mean this. This is not a mohawk. An actual mohawk. So yeah, in terms of the variety available here, I like this one as well. I like how it obscures the eyes. There are some decent hairstyles. It's not the, like, best hair customization I've ever seen. I mean, I'm talking here from the point of view of someone who jumped into a bunch of character creators that had, like, this full modular hair system where you could, like, mix up and change every part of your character's hair. But again, I like that they're keeping it basic, but still allowing for a decent amount of customization. That's cool. Let's pick one of the unique ones. Let's take this one, so we can once again see the face. Then you can do facial hair on the females. You just basically doing the eyebrows with this. On the males, you get beards and stuff like that. Kind of cool. I like that you can make them kind of bushy, or you can take them off entirely. Yeah, it's nice. I generally like to make my character look a little battle hardened, so I'll take the one with the scars, with the cuts through them. Hair color, some fantastic choices here. These are also exactly the same across all the classes. I mean, I might have missed something, but I don't think I did. I'm pretty certain that they are all the same. And you will notice almost immediately that the colors are... I think the word I might want to use is like subdued. That's Diablo, okay? This game is dark, it's grim. They are not going to give you bright pink hair and let you run around looking like a damn clown. This is about as colorful as it gets, or maybe the fiery red. But there are a few differences with the classes. Like, I think that the Druid, for instance, has some like gray hairstyles and stuff like that. There's a little bit here and there that's different, but that's pretty much it. I feel like because we're a barbarian, we're going to go with the red hair. Then, accessories. This is the makeup, jewelry, markings, and the marking color. The makeup on the face, we're going to take the markings off first, just so we can actually see the full face. But the makeup here, once again, I'm pretty certain it's the same on all of them. That's fantastic. But what they've done with this, in my opinion, is pretty amazing because of the texture work, because of how well it fits. They spent a lot of time basically making what they have on offer here really stand out and really shine. And each one of these options I look at and I think to myself, yeah, I mean, I could probably use that to make something pretty cool and pretty unique and pretty interesting. And that is what I actually like from my character creators nowadays. It's like you don't need all the options in the world. You don't need to be able to fine-tune the schnoz of your character. No, you just need enough to be able to express yourself through your character. And I feel like, in all honesty, sometimes less is more. Anyway, speaking of less, let's take that off so we can see the jewelry. There's quite a lot of options here. So we're starting at 22. We'll jump back around. I'll go from the front here so you can see which have both sides and which only have one side. And these are, as far as I understand, also the same on both. There you go. I like this. I like that they have some gaudy stuff. They have some mixed stuff. They have, you know, a few options where there's like a lot. And then they have some more simplistic stuff. That's kind of sick. Yeah. Or something like this. This would look good on a sorcerer, I feel. And obviously this necklace here is just part of their, I guess you could call it underwear, right? It's kind of nice. A lot of choices. There's a lot to think about, especially like, you know, if you're going to min-max your character and its design, there's actually a lot to think about here.
That's kind of cool. It's like mini soul stones hanging from your ears. Look at all those hoops, dude. Hell yes. Alright. And there we're back at 22. So yeah, I mean, honestly, it's cool. There's good options here. There's a lot. Like 33? Yeah. I mean, in terms of the amount that they put in there for jewelry, they went ham on it. Then, these are full body markings. Some of it covers the face, some of it doesn't. I didn't show you earlier, but you can put the armor on, and you can sort of see what it'll look like with some slightly later game armor. But without the armor, you can actually see the most. So we'll just leave it like that. And also, I just want to tell you how fantastic this barbarian female looks with her muscles. It's really nice. It's quite an appealing look. You're going to notice that some of these obviously look different on the back. I'll turn it around all the way. That's awesome. I love that. Although I must say it looks more like a rogue tattoo. You can mix and match them. And I'm going to show you something really cool that you can do with these as well. In just a moment, I'll reveal to you what it is that I speak of. These look more barbarian-ish, right? Or like the slashes, these ones. Definitely. Kind of feral. This also looks roguish, but you can tell by the little poison dagger. I dig the runes. Really nice. That's kind of cool as well. It's like an armor tattoo. And this one, it's got like the little drops going down the back. This one also looks kind of nice. Then they're like scripture on the body. It's cool. Very, very cool. The handprints look kind of nice. And then we're back at the start. So, I was saying there's something that looks cool. And you must obviously also pay attention to the face, right? I was saying there's something that looks cool. What I personally think looks really nice is this right here. Fresh blood as a character color. Like, you can choose your markings to be fresh blood themed. And it is so shiny. Look at it. Look at it glistening. It's the blood of your enemies. Like, what could be better in life? Nothing. Nothing. Look how boring these other colors look compared to that one. Look, I'm not trying to shit on the other character, the colors. Like, they look fine. They look fine. But, like, it ain't no fresh blood, man. It ain't no fresh blood. This is like a premium color tone that's hiding amongst the regular ones. That's what it seems like to me. So the other colors, there you go. This makes it look like a scar on your character, which is kind of weird. I think that this was probably added to be used for something like the scriptures, so that it looks like you carved it into your skin. But I looked around a little bit, and I just had a peek at what it looked like on a bunch of them. And to be perfectly honest, it doesn't sort of look enough like a scar or a marking on the body for it to work like that. But hey, it's nice as an option anyway. Here's orange, yellow, camouflage, and green moss. It's kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, obviously, again, my favorite is this blood. It's just, it stands out. It's just so bright and kind of scary if you think about it, actually. So yeah, that's a fantastic choice. Fresh blood, handprint on the face. Hell yes. Okay, that's it for the options. When you click finalize now, then it will ask you to choose whether you want to play normal or hardcore, and you put your name in. So, let's randomize. I'm going to zoom out a little bit and you can have a look. You don't need to see the legs. This will be fine. There are some pretty cool options that'll pop up here. I'm telling you, this is probably the best way to get a feel for what you can do with the character creator. Because they give you so many different options built in so many different ways here. And, you know, look at this. This character will probably look nothing like the next one that pops up. Like this one here. This looks like an orc. It's kind of sick. It's kind of sick. And they don't hold back with the randomization. They actually randomize every single part of it. Like they randomize in all the colors, all the choices, all the jewelry, everything's been randomized. I dig that. Because sometimes they hold back with stuff like that and it doesn't work out. But hey, if you're not feeling all that creative and you want to break from that kind of stuff, you come in here, you randomize a bunch until you find something good, tweak it a little, and off you go. There you are. It's perfect. It's great. And I want you guys to say goodbye to this body shape. It's the best body shape there is in the character creation system in Diablo 4. Because we're moving on to the next one. Here's the male barbarian. So, presets. I very much appreciate how the first preset, the first choice of each of them is the traditional look. This is the Barbarian. I don't know if you guys paid much attention in Diablo 2, but this is like the HD rework of that Barbarian. This is him. I can see by the face. But you get a lot of different choices here. So if that's not for you, you can actually do quite a lot here to once again make it your own. We will jump in with this one, however, to start with. God, look at those muscles. Wow. He's built like a brick wall, this guy. I'm going to start by showing you the armor. Looks kind of nice. Super good looking game engine. Like the characters just look fantastic. So, face variations. Let's begin. You will notice once again that they do look quite different. They once again give you the option to, let's just say, sculpt your character into the ethnicity that you want to see. And you will see a common theme with them, right? You will see the most normal or fitting one for the class. Then you'll see one with slightly smaller eyes, a flatter nose. Then you'll see one with a slightly bigger jawline, bigger lips, bigger nose. And then you'll see this guy with a big nose, just the schnoz and the chiseled jawline. You will see like a pattern in them, basically, if you pay attention to it. Skin tones, as I said in the female customization, these are the same, male and female, and these are also the same on all of the classes. You all have access to the same ones. There's nothing special. You get the lightest ones to the darkest ones, then you get the splotchy ones too, and that's great. That's fantastic. For this customization, let's go with whatever, one of these top ones. Eye colors. As I've mentioned, the eye colors are also the same, but you do get this final one in the selection here. Each class has their own color. The Barbarians get the yellow incandescent eye color, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I don't know if they're ever going to allow you to like customize yourself further in-game, but you know, this is probably the most unique of the lot. Not unique in that you will be the only one who picks it, more so unique in that it stands out from the rest of your choices. These ones, I'm going to be real, the black one and the incandescent one, to me, seem like the most interesting choices. The other ones, you can barely see the color. The blue one's okay. The light blue one specifically is kind of nice. I'm not dissing the colors, but, you know. You know. Next. Hair. Alright. You will notice that this is the traditional Barbarian hairstyle. That's the one that's only on Barbarian male. Then there'll be a couple of other choices here that might cross over, but a lot of these you will see on all of the classes. Let's zoom in a bit more so we can see the hair in its entirety. There you go. I like the hair texture that they used. I like pretty much all of what's available here. I think it looks kind of nice, but I think that, you know, in terms of the hair physics and the overall look of it, it's not like, let's just say it's not revolutionizing character creation or customization in any way. It's a safe bet in that it looks great here. It looks good when you zoom all the way in, and it looks even better when you're watching from the top-down camera. So yeah, I think it's fine. It's perfectly fine. Let's take something where we can see the color nicely. There we go. Although that's going to cover the ears, so let's take this one. Facial hair. They are beards. No beards on the ladies, as you may have seen. And the beards, as far as I understand, are a little different on the different classes. I'm not 100%. They might be exactly the same. I don't know. I might be talking waffles here. But listen, they are beards. And they look alright. I'm going to say that when you zoom all the way in, this doesn't really hold up. The texture work on the stubble is, to me, a little lackluster. I think it looks kind of bad. And what I think could have rectified that is if they had an opacity slider for the stubble part, because it just looks too harsh, you know? So it looks kind of out of place. It looks like he drew his beard on with a permanent marker or something. At least that part of it. So my recommendation would be to go for either a fully shaved face or a full beard, because they look quite nice. Texture work is great on them. So with that said, let's take this and let's look at the colors. The colors change both at the same time, obviously. And
it's nice having so much hair to actually, you know, pick the color on. It's really nice because, again, it's much more impactful that way. Lots of decent choices. But I feel like when you play in Barbarian, you should always consider the red ones first. The red and the orange. I noticed earlier already that there are less cold colors. So, for the most part, you are working with more warmer colors. Like there's teal down here. There's a velvet, which is like sort of going towards cold. There's black and teal, and there's blue storm. That's like the most you'll get. And I think that, again, you're looking at a game with a grim and dark world. I don't think that they want blue-headed and pink-headed characters running around, because it would sort of, you know, break the immersion a little bit. But hey, the color choices here are decent enough. Okay, next up, accessories. You know, I think I can see them all. I'm going to leave the beard on for now. Okay, let's just take the beard off, because obviously we might not be able to see it. Let's make the head bald as well. That just looks so much more intimidating. Makeup. Let's take this off quickly as well so we can see the makeup. There you go. Same as on female, and same as on all the other classes. Kind of nice that they have different colors and stuff here. It obviously would have been better, in my opinion, to have choices individually for things like the makeup colors, and I don't really think the jewelry color needs to be chosen, but then the marking colors as well separately. But hey, you know, it's I feel like it's good enough as it is. Let's look at the jewelry quickly. Quite a few decent choices here. It's nice that they have some asymmetrical styles where that's concerned. I gotta say that this is not quite as intimidating anymore now that I've taken his facial hair off, and his head of hair is gone, and he has no makeup on, and no war paint. This he's looking slightly less fearsome. We'll remedy that in a moment when we start randomizing, but still, it's not looking great. Some of these are really cool. I was about to say this guy's got a case of nerd neck, but no, that's just his muscles on his back bulging out far enough to make it look like that. And let's be real, if we're looking for nerd neck, I think we can look no further than the Necromancer. I'm sorry, Necromancers. I love you. Fantastic. Okay, markings. We'll leave these on. They are beautiful. We're going to zoom out for the markings, but pay attention to the face because some of them have some stuff on the face too. For the color, let's put a dark one on so you can see exactly what you're working with here. Kind of sick. I like that one a lot. I also mentioned I like the ones with the text on. I don't know why. It's like some professor of demonology used you as a chalkboard and just forgot to wipe it off afterwards, but I think it's cool. Yeah. I mean, especially on a character like this where you probably going to be showing more skin, the war paint makes a big difference. And when I zoom in after this, I'll show you. When I zoom in, especially on the face, it is astounding how much different your character looks with just a little bit up there. You know, I've been going on about how this guy doesn't look all that fearsome anymore, but once you put something on his face, some war paint, you know, some markings, something, it changes the feel entirely. So let me show you what I mean. It's like, if you zoom in here and you have nothing there, and then you jump onto like one of these with the big splotches on, like that, it changes the look and feel of it entirely. The guy just suddenly looks intimidating. Like, it all makes sense. Anyway, the colors, here we go. My favorite one is that, but we'll get to it in a moment. Inked tattoo is a very white one. Blue paint, cyan paint. You will notice almost immediately that these are not as reflective or shiny as this one right here, which is my favorite by far. Good God, that looks sick. Fresh blood color. And there's some henna, scars, orange paint, yellow, camouflage, and green moss. So yeah, there you go. There you go. Now we can randomize. We can have a look at what this would spit out at us.
fantastic way to see what's available. That's cool. Wow. Yeah, you can make some seriously demented looking characters here. I like that. Oh, this guy. Wow, dude. That looks cool. That looks really cool. Oh, hell yes. That as well. This is a nice face. Like, that's an intimidating face. With the goatee on as well. Sick. Yeah. That's slightly less intimidating, I'd say. Oh my god. It's nice. Yeah. Ooh, male barbarian, man. Male barbarian. That is cool too. That is cool. Yeah, man. Check, if you go back to like hair and you make the hair black. Oh, that looks sick, dude. That's fantastic. I like that. I might be in a minority here, but I really like that. Cool. So yeah, randomization is fun. A lot of cool stuff to see here. And you can keep going. It'll just keep spitting new stuff out at you. I haven't seen a repeat yet. It's not like a set of templates that it cycles through. You may remember in Darktide's character creator, they had, when you randomized, it wasn't actually randomizing. It was actually just giving you like one from a bunch of templates that they had. This is full randomization on everything. That also looks really good. Really, really good. Yeah, man. Cool. Okay. Out we go. We're moving on to the next one. Necromancer Overview. The enigmatic necromancers are custodians of the balance between life and death. They can raise powerful undead armies to fight for them, while also wielding powerful magics of bone, shadow, and blood. They've got the undead army, bone, that's the power of bone, darkness, that's the power of darkness, and blood. That's the power of blood. It just gives you an idea of the schools of magic that you can go for. And you will notice, as I go through these classes, that in most cases, you have the class presenting you with multiple play styles. That is basically an easy way to sort of funnel you into a certain style of building your character. And as far as I've seen, you can very easily reset it and stuff. But you can specialize, and that's super fun. It's like, this one has the different schools of magic. You know, you'll have summoning on the one side, you'll have blood magic or darkness stuff on the other side. Whatever, I don't know necromancers very well. And then on rogue, for instance, you'll have like a melee build with daggers and stuff like that, or you can go for the bow or crossbow builds. It's really cool. But necromancer, there you go. Let's jump in, let's do some customization. I'm going to say this ahead of the customization of the necromancer. I'm going to say that I think, first impressions wise, that the necromancer is going to have the coolest customization of all of them. There are some fantastic looking options here, and they nailed the look and feel of the necromancer with them. You will see right now as I go through these templates, you will see what I'm talking about. There are just so many good options. And I mean like good in terms of necromancer visuals. We're going to pick the first one over here and we're going to jump in and customize it. But look at the body shape, for instance. Look at this. They are super skinny. They just look and feel more pale than the others. And then their choices of eyes. They're scary, man. And their unique hairstyles. I love it. I love it. So yeah, like, I'm almost certain that they will be my favorite of all of them. And I will say at the end to you guys in the outro exactly what my feelings are about all of it. But yeah, here's the armor on. Look. That's probably meant to be straight against their back. I can't guarantee it, but for now we'll just turn that off and ignore it. Pretend it's not looking like that. So first things first, let's look at the faces. I'm going to change the hair quickly so that we can see the actual facial structure. Oh, dude, the hairstyles are really cool here as well. And you will notice that the necromancers have a few different styles, not just one. So, face. That's the default one. This one's got a bigger nose and bigger lips. This one's got sort of like a more crooked nose. But yeah, very, very necromancer-ish faces. Let's take this one to start with, skin tones. Again, you will notice that it seems a little more pale on the necromancer. I can't do a direct comparison, but yeah, and you'll also see that a few of these skin colors here have, like, you know, vast amounts of freckles compared to the others. Like, there are 3 freckled styles here. And just keep in mind that these markings are, they are just that. They're markings. You'll see as we get further in. There you go. Looks pretty great. I feel like this is the one, though. I'm going to go for that. Eye colors. You can put normal eyes on them. Makes them look a little crazy, in my opinion. I like that. I like the crazy eyes. I think it fits quite well. But it does mean you got more real estate with the eyes when you customize it. So you got all these different choices which are the same as on the other characters. They just look a little better once again because their eyes seem to be bigger. And then at the end here, you have teal with the black background and vampire red with the back black. It looks kind of sick, right? Personally, I feel like teal is better, but I mean, obviously, if you're making a blood necromancer, that's what you want to do. If you're making a bone one, then that's what you want to do, right? Obviously, you can change your build later, but I'm not sure if you can actually change the eye colors. As far as I understand, you can change the hairstyles, the accessories, and that's about it. You can't change your face, you can't change your skin tones, eye colors, or hair color. So there you go. Let's jump into the hair. See what we got. They have really cool hairstyles. Yeah, this one is nice. Check that out. This is like if Cersei Lannister was a necromancer, you know? That's the feel I get from this. I love it. And even with the bald head, I think they look pretty amazing. Yeah, that's sick. Almost everything just looks better on them. I don't know. It's just such a unique looking character, right? And again, I'm going to say this, and I'm probably going to keep saying this throughout this video. I just love what they did with the body shape as well. I really like it. Okay, look at that. It seems like some of the hairstyles have way better physics than others. We're going to go with this one. Although, actually, let's go with this one for now. Just so that we can see the... Or let's go with bald. So we can see the accessories and markings and stuff. Okay, facial hair. You are once again just picking your eyebrows on the female characters. Not much to be said about that. The hair texture is once again sort of letting you down a little bit here, where it looks a little scraggly. I don't know. The fine details of the hair don't look so good, but for the most part it looks fine. Now with the hair colors, let's just put the hair on so we can look at the different colors here. This is going to be the same as all the other classes, but you may obviously realize that sometimes the colors pop a little more on like certain styles. Like if you take one of her unique styles, like this one, then it might look a little better. The color might be a little brighter or whatever. That's just due to the texture being a little different, but it is still the same color that you pick in. It's pretty cool. The poison style would probably suit them quite nicely. As would the white one. This one. Yeah. Okay, again, I'm going to take the hair off. Or I'll just do something like this, so that we can see the accessories. Makeup. It's kind of limited in what you can do, but most of these suit the Necromancer just fine. Okay. Jewelry. I was about to say, I don't know what a Necromancer would wear for jewelry, but maybe something like this. Because they'll clearly have certain pieces of jewelry that are sort of built for certain classes. If you know what I'm saying, like the fangs and the stuff that look like animal bits and pieces might be better on Barbarian. Then you might have the voodoo-y looking ones looking more at home on the Necromancer here. You might have the purple ones that perhaps fit better with the Sorceress. Yeah. So it's like, you know, you'll find something that you like here, and there's something that works with your character for sure. There's definitely more than enough to go with. There you go. Alright, now markings. You will see that she had some pretty subtle markings on her head there. We're going to change the color to be a little darker, so you can actually see them properly over the face there. Let's just take this off as well. There you go. Pay attention to the body and the face, because you will notice that there's stuff changing on both of them. Because of the cover here, you sort of see less of it, but keep in mind that you cannot remove this. This is your character's underwear, so what you pick in here is basically what you get in.
what you can see here is the most that you'll ever see. I would have liked it if they gave Necromancer a unique color for the markings and the tattoos, like a frosty white, or like, you know, something that's more Necromancer. I know the blood is kind of Necromancer-ish, but like, yeah, it's also kind of Barbarian-ish, right? But yeah, a lot of these look good, and honestly, like, a lot of these would look fantastic on a Necromancer. Here we're back at the start. Let's just take one of these so I can show you the colors. Something with more body to it. Yeah, this one. You can have a white one there. Blue, cyan. The fresh blood one, that's my favorite. Look at that. Look how it glistens in the light. Kind of cool. Yeah. Kind of sick. And now, brace yourselves for the randomize, because there's some really good stuff here. I was just saying to my wife earlier how I am fascinated by the amount of options that they have and how much the randomize actually changes and does with those options. Like, look at this, for instance. And I'm saying this, like, there's not that much that you can actually change here. But if you combine it in certain ways, you can make some pretty special looking stuff. Like, look at this. Look at this. Almost each one of these is like vastly different from the next. And it's fantastic. I dig it. I dig it so much. And again, you can go for like certain styles where you can make like a voodoo witch doctor type thing, or you can make a cold, decrepit, undead necromancer look. You can do all sorts of different stuff, and that's amazing. Yeah, you can have one that looks just like normal. Just looks normal. It's great. It's great. There you go. That's the randomization. Now we're going to jump back. That's cool. Wow. Speaking of decrepit, we're going to jump onto the males. So, male presets. There's your slightly younger looking default Necromancer. I made air quotes, you didn't see it, but I did it. Believe me, I did it. Once again, some pretty cool options here. And there's, I think that's supposed to be the older one, right? Yeah. Once again, some pretty cool options, and once again, it gives you a show of like how much you can actually change with it. Look at that. Wow. Armor. His shield isn't hanging all the way back there in the middle of the air. Once again, quite skinny. The character itself, the build of the character. For the face variations, we have a few interesting options. Let's zoom in for it. Obviously, you get in a certain style of character, and you're not going to be able to stray too far from that style, and that's what they want. Right? They want the Necromancers to look like Necromancers. They don't want the Necromancers to look like Barbarians. Or Rogues. Or Druids, you know? So, pick face number 1. Skin tones. Some fairly decent choices. These ones with the freckles are nice. It goes pretty dark, which is always a plus. And then you've got the dual colors. Vitiligo. And once again, let's go with the Necromancer color over here. Eye colors. I've zoomed in as far as I can. We got black, dark brown. Their eyes are a little smaller than the female eyes. I felt like you could see much more on the female because they had these big crazy eyes. The whole deer in the headlight look was honestly quite appealing to me. Then you have the two unique ones, the teal one and the vampire red one with the black pupil. It's kind of nice. Let's take the red one for this. And let's take the skin color a little darker, like that. Hair. Hairstyles. As I mentioned, there are a few unique ones that you will see. And then there are a bunch of shared ones as well. Like these, for instance, these few with the dreadlocks are on all the characters. It's kind of nice. Again, there are some decent choices here. Let's just take this one for now. Facial hair.
It's looking much the same as on the others. Like I was saying before that I think that some of them have different choices here. And I'm not sure if these, for instance, are on the others, like this one here, are on the other male characters. But we'll see when we get there, I suppose. The beards, in my opinion, do look pretty okay. But like because of the fantastic texture work on the face, it actually looks fine without the beard. Actually looks in some ways better without the beard. But for the hair color change in here, we'll leave the beard on quickly and we'll see what it looks like. I always feel like the lighter colors, these whites and grays, they suit the Necromancer the best. It's just kind of weird having the red. He says while having red eyes, but this looks kind of sick. The black with the red eyes. That's amazing. Yeah, that's a style. That's a look, you know. That's a feel. Cool. Yeah. This is like, it's like frosted tips, right? But it might be their take on like gray hairs. I'm not 100% sure. Let's go with this one for now. It's fine. And I'm going to take the facial hair off so that we can look at the markings and stuff. This does look a little out of place, but it's obviously the contrast with the skin color, you know? That's what it is. Hello? Where am I? There we go. Okay. Makeup. Not a huge amount here, but some interesting options nonetheless. Some more impactful, some less impactful. Let's take it off so we can look at the jewelry and the markings. Can't see that ear, so I'm just going to take the hairstyle over there. See, this looks kind of cool too. I don't know, there's something about creating a bold character that can work wonderfully. But at the same time, if you don't build it right, you have to basically make up for the lack of hair with all the other stuff that you're doing. So you got to go all out with the jewelry, the markings, the colors, the makeup, all that stuff. You need to go all out if you're not going to put hair on your character. Maybe that's just me that thinks that. That said, there are decent options. Lots of different jewelry options here. And as you can see, there's a bunch that sort of suit each of the classes. Markings. Let's go to menu 1, start there. And pick a darker color for it. And zoom out. Very cool. Very cool. I feel like because of the way they've built this system, with the choices that you can make here, with basically, I want to say everything going on here, there is a good chance that they will add extra options in the future. That's the way I see it, is that we might be looking at a bare bones version of like what they had in mind, and they might add them with bigger updates later, or something like that, or they might just like sort of sneakily put them in as time goes by, because it should be easy enough, you know. It should be easy enough to do that. Let's look at the colors quickly. Dude. It's a pity. Like I said, it's a pity they don't have a brighter color that's not red for this fresh blood look. With this glistening style of fresh blood, it would be so cool if we had one that was a cold tone as well as the warm one that fresh blood gives you. But there are some decent choices here regardless. I think the bright white actually looks good on Necromancer. It's cool. Some of these look really good with bright white. Yeah, I like it. And with that done, we can randomize. I'm going to zoom out a little bit just till here. Enjoy. There are some pretty fantastic creations that pop up here with randomization. Like some of these just look so awesome. Look at that. My god. Yeah, look at this guy. Dude, they used the freckle skin to its fullest here. Oh, and that guy just looks sad. Shame, man. Wow. Yeah, dude, that's cool. That's cool. If you put the armor on, obviously, you can also see it like this. See what you look like with your armor on. Not bad at all. Fantastic. Oh, look at that guy. Hell yes, man. That is sick. That's really cool. Okay. Dude. Yeah, like, so there's a lot going on here that works, you know? So let me break it down for you. You've got the teal hair color here, and that's contrasting quite nicely with the splatters of blood all over the skin that somehow form in runes. You know, perhaps that's the scripture that your character reads out before they banish the demons back to the seven hells. It's amazing. And then they've got the very subtle nose ring here. And then you combine that with the crazy eye look of the Necromancer itself, and you just got a winning combination. It's like, look at this. It's fantastic, man. That's probably my favorite one so far. That's awesome. Yeah. Different, but awesome. And that brings us to the end of Necromancer. Next up, we have Yennefer. Masters of the Elements. Sorcerers inflict cold, fire, and lightning damage to subdue their enemies. Their schools are Frost, Pyromancy, and Shock. And as you can see over here, each of them works quite differently. It's kind of cool, but with a Sorcerer, obviously, you are funneling yourself into a certain playstyle, which is magic and casting and stuff like that. Although there will be ways to spice things up. This is what you're signing up for when you jump into the Sorcerer. It was pointed out to me pretty early on that this preset over here looks just like Yennefer from the Witcher TV show. It's nice. Really nice. It's a good look. So, templates. Awesome styles here as well. Although, I feel personally like this is the central point right here. And then the other choices sort of branch off from this, if you know what I'm saying, where they have the most basic look. It's a beautiful look in many cases, but it's the most straightforward. And then you have these, like, you know, paths that lead off that become the other classes. And this is in terms of body shape, in terms of the choices that you have to customize. Not a bad thing, by the way. It's probably a good thing for most people, because most people don't want cray-cray. They want a good-looking character that they can look at, you know, and sort of enjoy aesthetically. So let's jump in and have a look. Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad. I actually like the underwear. That's kind of nice. They like their levers in this game, right? So, faces. We are currently looking like Yennefer. Let's see if we can change that. Oh yeah, quite easily. All these faces are just beautiful. You see? This actually looks like Trinity from the Matrix now. Yeah, man. Look at that. Carrie-Anne Moss. Alright, so faces, all beautiful. All fantastic. All good. Skin tones. You can immediately see if you watch the Necromancer part that everything looks warmer here. More alive here. The freckles, in my opinion, look the best on the Sorcerer class. I think it's got to do with how clean their skin is. How well kept they are. I like this on them. Like, if I had to make one of these, I'd probably take the freckles. Because they have, like, uber smooth skin. You can look there. Like, there's no blemishes. There's no faults. There's no scars. There's no nothing. It just looks nice. They're also not sweating profusely like the other characters. Which, I mean, is fine. It's fine. And these ones also look good on them. Again, because the colors are so defined and the skin is so clean and neat that it stands out more. So, if you're going to go for the vitiligo, I'd say go for it on the Sorcerer. But, I mean, I'm going to go with this one. I like the freckles a lot. I think it looks really sick. So, as I was mentioning, the eye colors, there's always one special one over here. There's a white incandescent on the Sorcerer. We'll get to that in a moment. But these are normal eye colors, very much based in reality. I like that too. It's kind of cool. But generally, I mean, crystal maybe not so much, but generally this is the one that you want to look at because it stands out the most, and it really does stand out. Even when you zoom all the way out, those eyes are bright. They can see right through you, man. So we're going to take this for now. Jump in. Let's look at the unique hairstyles here. This is one of the, I think this is one of the, yeah, this must be unique on, I don't remember seeing this on other female characters, so. Each of them gets one or two unique styles. I like this one a lot. It's like she's got onions tied into her hair. Makes sense, right? Just to, you know, ward off the demons. Surely some of them are scared of the smell of onion. I don't know. Sort of like garlic, but more. This is nice. Yeah. See, I think that this is your best showcase of what's available. Like, if I was going to only show customization off on one character, I would show it off on the Sorcerer. Everything just looks so good on her. I think those are the two unique styles right there. So it'll be these two, the ponytail and the long one. And because of that, we'll take this one over here. Hold on. Did I look at all of them? Yeah, we did. I like that style. Oh, the armor. Hold on. Ooh, that's sick. Look at all those feathers. That's kind of nice. Yeah. Okay, hair color. I also feel like you get a good showing of the hair colors here. It might just be that their area has better lighting. You know, I don't personally think that this is one of those games where you look completely different when you jump in. Like, if you create something here and then you jump into the game, I don't feel like your character's going to look all that different. You will probably look exactly the same in the cutscenes and in the gameplay where you're looking at the top-down angle. You know, I think that that's going to be sort of same. But still. I feel like maybe that this is a bit more flattering, the lighting in this specific area that we're in right now. Facial hair. It's just eyebrows. Not much going on there, no beards, unfortunately. But eyebrows make a big difference. You know, the type of eyebrow that you pick says a lot about your character. Let's take black. Because why not? And let's move on to the accessories. Makeup. I gotta say, this is one of the sort of few games I feel like I've jumped into and spent time in that your character actually looks just significantly worse when you don't have makeup on the face. It just feels like there's something missing when there's no makeup there. Like, just put that on and it immediately looks better. It's got to do, I think, with the texture work on the eyelashes. You know? When you cover it up and you give it a bit of shadow there, it just looks better. It might just be me that thinks that. I like this for a sorcerer. It's like you got these little veiny bits and pieces here that looks like they messed with the wrong magic and got burned, you know? Also kind of works on Necromancer, I suppose. This is also very nice for them. Add that air of mystique to your character. Huh? It's cool. It's very cool. That's actually kind of nice. I like that one. Okay, so jewelry. You will see the number 33 there. Same as all the others. Or was it 34 on the others? I'm not sure. But you will notice that you're going to be seeing a lot of these. I like the underwear as well. This leather everywhere is really nice. Okay. I felt like these ones worked well on Sorcerer, specifically these. This looks like Sorcerer style earrings. But I'm sure you can make anything work based on just what I've seen on all these characters. It's like you can make a character that suits almost any of these. That looks like snake tails sticking out of the nose. I know it's supposed to be like bull horns or something, but like still, it looks like snake tails. So yeah, some decent choices here, but nothing like really mind-blowing. But that's actually the feel that I've got about this character creator. It's like they got lots of decent choices. They're not like trailblazing, making something brand new and exciting and fresh. They're just giving you enough to make yourself feel comfortable in your character. And yeah, I can respect that. I can respect that. You don't get to see much of the markings because they have a lot covered here. But that's fine. They still look good. I really like those across the eye. And these slashes are nice too. And this, specifically on the face, is kind of sick. I'm sure, like, lore-wise, there will be a reason, you know, for one of these over the other. To make a certain choice, lore-wise, there'll be a reason to pick one for your character above a different one. Like, I don't know the lore too much. Like, some of these symbols might mean certain things. And if you know that, then kudos to you. And if you feel like sharing, then you can do that. And you can say, you know, some of these markings have significance in any which way. Because I'd love to hear it, honestly. So, now that we looked at these, let's pick one quickly. And let's have a look at the colors. My favorite part. Because I get to go on about the fresh blood color again. There it is. Oof. It's nice. And there we go. She looks good. That's a good looking character. Heck yes, man. Now we're gonna randomize. And you will once again see how, I want to say, powerful the character creator is, even with its apparent simplicity. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do. There's a lot of different styles you can go with. It'll always look and feel a bit like a sorcerer, but you can make it your own. You can absolutely make it your own. Yeah, look at that. And this one. Isn't that cool? What a nice combination. This actually makes it look like her eyebrows are pointing up. That's kind of weird. Wow. Yeah, nice. There you go. Female sorcerer. Let's jump into the male. Presets. Some alright choices here. I will say slightly less inspired. If I had to pick one that I would say is like the canon sorcerer, I'd say it's either this one or that one. Personally, I like these two. I realize that I might be wrong with that, but it's just my personal feeling. And this one suits it the least, I feel. But, it's whatever. Let's jump in with the basic one. There you go. The armor. Whoops. The armor. That's a really cool looking cloak. Coat? Or cloak? Who cares? Faces. There it is, dude. Yeah. Enough of a difference between them. But at the same time, I will say that they are all pretty similar. This guy's got a slightly squarer nose and jaw. It's kind of nice, yeah. Skin colors. There's the freckles again. And there are always some skin colors that look sort of vomit green. I don't know. I never understand that. But hey, you know, inclusivity. Maybe there's some people out there with vomit green skin colors. And honestly, it's never something that I think is bad if you give more options. Eye color, once again, not all that impactful until you get to the last option here. Crystal is sort of okay, but then when you go white, incandescent, it like really pops. It's kind of nice. But for this, let's go black. Just because why not? Hair. Hairstyle. So let's take the armor off quickly before it distracts us too much. The unique ones are usually like 6 or 7, I think. So we're going to go back around to them. That's alright. Is that one of the unique ones? It must be. Oh yeah, okay, and the ponytail. So similar to the female, they both have the ponytail, and then this must be the unique one here. Okay. Oh no, wait, there it is. Oh, he's got the onions as well. Okay, let's go with that one. Jeez, I missed it. Alright. Hair color. It's alright. They look okay. I do again feel like a lot of these colors are... You know, the word I'd use to describe it is just like... I would say they look a little off-putting. Like, they just have like a little sickly feel to them, and I don't like it. So I think a lot of them will be like just brushed over and people wouldn't pick them. Like almost this entire line over here, up to like here. They're all just like, it's just weird colors, man. Like I don't see anyone picking those like properly. And actually building something around that. And it's an important choice. I'm going to mention this again here now. You don't get to change the style, the color of your hair. You only get to change the style when you're in the game. As of right now, at least. That's beautiful. I'm going to take that. That's a really nice red. I guess red isn't really the sorcerer's color, but, like, who cares? I don't think the law police are going to come knocking on my door if I do this. I think we're okay. Okay, so the makeup. Same as in all the other classes. Same as on the female. I do feel like the characters just look better with it on. And if you can find something here that you like, I'd say go for it. I don't know, there's just, it feels like there's something missing, you know? When you don't have it on. Like, look at that. He actually just looks sad and lonely when he doesn't have the makeup on. But you put it on, the confidence, it surges. And suddenly he's ready to take on the demons of hell. Okay. Jewelry. Again, though, it's sort of a personal preference kind of thing, you know? Because there's obviously a lot that works. Yeah, so if you go for like a full red theme, that would be kind of sick. With those little mini soul stones. And again, you got to keep in mind that a lot of this stuff might be added to when you're in-game. I'm not sure if they'll have specifically jewelry, but I mean, we know that they're adding cosmetic items. Like the little doggy backpack that you get. There's a lot of stuff like that. That's purely cosmetic. And I feel like if they had to add certain things like jewelry or markings and stuff to like achievements in the game or anything like that, that would be a win for everyone. Like, there's really no downside to that. Okay, I think we've looked at them all now. Yeah. Okay, markings. Zoom out. Again, keep in mind that the markings are all over the body. Front, back, face, everywhere. Kind of nice. Very subtle one. It's just darker color so you can see it. That's cool. This one's also really nice. Lots of detail on it. It's alright. I don't know which one would suit a wizard. As I said, like, I think that there would be some, like, arcane symbols in here. If you are smart enough and well-versed enough with the Diablo lore, you could probably point out which of those are fitting. I'm not. Okay, let's take this and just look at the colors quickly. That's inked tattoo, bright white, purple mana, blue paint, cyan paint, fresh blood. Amazing. Henna, scars, orange paint, yellow. Yellow's nice and bright on the sorcerer. Camouflage and green moss. There you go. Now we're going to randomize. Let's see what we got here. Actually, I was about to say, looking a bit like a necromancer here, my guy. Yeah, because of the makeup, I'm getting a lot of let's just put the armor back on. Maybe that helps. No, not really. A lot of these guys just look like the male necromancer. Not very sorcerish. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they do look like sorcerers. I don't know. Yeah, there we go. It looks like an evil warlock. Kind of nice. Then again, who's to say what a sorcerer looks like, right? Oh, that is cool. Wow. Yeah, man. Very nice. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's variation, but maybe slightly less so than on the others. I mean, you got the same amount of options. It's just the others sometimes just look better and look more fitting, if you know what I'm saying. That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, I mean, like this, for instance, looks like a sorcerer. Yeah, that's super. Really, really nice. That's the perfect look. You actually just can't go wrong with that. Huh. Okay, back we go. I mean, you can't go wrong with that either. Next up, Rogue. The cunning rogue uses whatever tools are available to get the job done. Rogues are both agile and resourceful, able to fight enemies at a range with bows or up close with daggers. They're also able to imbue their weapons with various magics. They are a marksman, they have imbuements, and they have traps. I feel like that's just scratching the surface of what they can do. I found Rogue quite interesting because I actually played a bit of it already, and like, it seems they took a lot of stuff and inspiration from the Demon Hunter, but then they added more roguish elements to it, especially with the dagger abilities. It's really cool. There's a lot of fun stuff on here. So, again, if you want to read more about this, you can jump into the game for yourself, or you can go and look on the official website that I've linked below. They have good, full-length descriptions and details of the classes. So let's jump in here. Let's have a look-see. Yeah, these look cool. These look really cool. Ooh, there's the unique hairstyle. The rogue-only hairstyle. Nice. Yeah, this is really nice. I like this a lot. Okay, let's take her. First, let's look at the armor. Very nice. Look how shiny it is. Oh, that's beautiful. And the different textures. Like with the leather and then the cloth and the metal all mixed together. This is really, really nice. Like, I think the armor design in this game is just gonna rock. Faces. Let's zoom in and look. This is also one of the unique hairstyles right here. So there's two. This is another one of those situations where all the faces just look fantastic. they just look really good. The faces just look great. I want to say you can't make an unattractive character here, but you probably can. I believe in you guys. Give it your all. Give it your best shot. Give it your best shot. I like the freckles. I keep saying that. But, you know, it needs to be repeated. Because it's true. I like the freckles. The darker skin tones look quite nice. They look sort of natural on this character, I want to say. Yeah. I don't know, maybe it's the face's shape and makeup that makes it look... By makeup, I don't mean makeup. I mean the physical makeup of the face. Okay, let's go with this one so we can see what's going on here. Black eyes. Yeah, like that. Dark brown. This doesn't look like a dark brown color. Medium brown. Light. It's dark blue. Medium blue. Light blue. The dark green. Medium green. Light green. Crystal. And then we have purple incandescent. That's obviously what we're going to take. Obviously. We take the special one. Because it makes us feel special. Even though everyone's taking the special one. So, in actual fact, it's going to make us the same as everyone else. Still, we don't need to know that. We can pretend otherwise. That's nice. That's a nice hairstyle. Let's take the armor off quickly. No, don't randomize. There we go. I really like the mohawk. There you go. Like, that's right up my alley. You can see there's nice hair physics here. Very cool. Not very cool. Nothing against this hairstyle. I just don't like how they did the textures on it. There's something about it that to me just feels off. I don't know what it is. I really couldn't say. That's good stubble. That looks good. But that is kind of weird. I don't know. It's the same with the beards, where when you have the stubble on the face, it just looks a little off. Okay, so I'm going to go with a mohawk for sure. Facial hair. This is the... Oh, God, you know, just remove the eyebrows. And your character looks... Well, let's not linger on that. It's crazy how much the eyebrows matter. It's crazy how much of a difference it makes to the look and feel of your character. I'm going to take those. That's sick. I like me some bushy brows. And honestly, these ones just look nice. Hair colors. I feel like when you make a rogue, it's sort of in the contract that you have to pick the poison hairstyle, right? Although the gray looks pretty nice. This is cool. This is cool. Let's see what it looks like when we get to it. Yeah. Ah, that looks pretty nice, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the poison one is really good. Red fire is also obviously good. I mean, you know, I gotta say, like, the word I'd probably use to describe myself, so I'm pretty basic. I like me, like, a neat and tidy visual style on a character. And, you know, I'm just being honest with you, this is neat and tidy. This is neat and it's tidy. And also, this is a unique
marking. Hold on, let's keep going and look. Accessories. Is this a unique one? Rogue seems to have a unique marking. That's kind of cool. I feel I haven't seen it on the others. Anyway, let's do the makeup first. Hold on. Makeup's the same as all the other classes. And the male and female, both of them. And I think that there's a lot you can do with this. And I have said this on all the other characters as well, but I'm going to say it here again. It looks a little weird when you don't have any on. Look, when you take it off, it feels like your character's face is too flat. There's no depth to it. So, at the very least, you should put something like this on. Jewelry. I'm not tuning it very much, but you get the general idea, the gist of it, when I cycle through it like this. Huh. There you are. Yeah. This actually also makes a big difference to the look and feel of your character. For real. I would have liked it if there were more like little pointy ones, like, you know, spiky things, little daggers that you can put in your ears, stuff like that. That would be very roguish, you know? But this is fine. They look good. They look good. There's a lot of good choices. For real. Okay. Markings. So I said before, and I think I'm right with it. But this might be... Is this a unique one? Or is this just a different... No, it's not. I don't think it's... It might be unique. It might be, but it might also not be. I'm confused. I've seen too much of it already. But it feels like it might be unique. Like, if the one with the scale and the dagger is still here somewhere, then it's definitely unique. This one's really nice as well. Man, I like that too. The markings on the face. Really cool. Yeah, here's the one with the scale and the dagger. It is. Okay, so that might be a unique one. Did each of them have a unique one? I just didn't notice. That's possible. Yeah, here's the dagger. That's cool. Yeah. I ain't about to complain. She's got some nice muscles too. Huh? Yeah. She looks good. You obviously get to change the color on these too. We'll do that in just a moment. There's a lot of different markings. Yeah, I get the feeling this is unique. It's nice. Very nice. Colors. I don't know, the white looks a little out of place. And honestly, the reason it looks out of place is because of the outlines, I think. They all have the outlines. They just look different on some. My favorite by far, as I say every time, the fresh blood. There you go. Yeah, it's the outlines that are a little jarring, I think. It looks okay, and especially if you zoom out, it looks good. But it does look a little weird. So, here we go. I like this character that I made. It's kind of nice. Randomize. Oh, that's sick. Yeah, they must go heavy on the mohawk, because it's the unique style for this class, so they should just put that on like everyone. Come on, mohawk me. Hit me up with the mohawk. Okay. Or not. Or not. There we go. Yeah, she looks fierce. Again, a lot of variety. You've seen a lot of cool stuff here as you jump through these. Some more like primal and savage looking rogues like this. Then you got the more civilized ones that look like they work the streets of... I wanted to say Tristram, but I don't think Tristram has very many streets anymore. Who knows? That said, there's a lot of variety. Like, look at this one. Looks like she's part of a cult that serves a blood god or goddess. Yeah, that's cool too. Put the armor on, that's sick. Yeah. This is like a venom rogue or something. Very nice. I like it. Yeah, cool. Look at that! So different. Honestly, there's so many cool combinations. I bet you guys have made some fantastic looking characters. Okay, male. Please, I'm here to be wowed. Let's look at the presets. He looks worried, honestly. He looks kind of worried. Huh. Looks a bit like Scott Stapp. Why, though? I don't know. Why is he a Diablo character? Okay, we're gonna go with the basic one.
Decent templates here, but nothing like, you know, to blow my mind. That one actually looks quite together. I kind of like this as well. I do think this is the most roguish looking one, so let's jump in and customize. Armor, first things first. Yeah, same as female, same. But looks good. Armor does look good. Faces, let's see. Let me take the facial hair off quickly, just so that we can see properly what's going on in the faces. Oh, there is a face that looks slightly more worried. Look, this one. It's because his eyebrows are sort of... The brow itself is lowered a little bit. It's got that concerned look on his face. This one, the brow is a little higher, so he looks a little crazy. This is more neutral. Maybe on the crazy side of neutral. Yeah. Okay. Let's take face number 1. It's fine. Not the most beautiful faces in my estimation, but they look good. I mean, this is a hard man. Alright, this is a rogue. This is the guy that you don't want to run into in a dark alleyway. Yeah. He's bad. I think. I don't know. These are good colors. I once again like how far they go with the darkness. And it allows you to see the sweat on your character's brow. Which is definitely there. I hope that this level of detail carries over to the cutscenes of the game. Vitiligo looks good. It's always a fantastic option. I'm going to take the first one again, just so we can see everything on the face clearly. Eye colors, decent choices, but they are not all that impactful. Except if you look at the last one, each character has their own unique one, and the purple looks really nice. I like black too. I think black suits the rogue. Okay, hairstyles. I'm keen to see what the unique ones are for rogue. Male, if there is a unique one. I mean, we've got this already. I wonder if it's... Is it that? No. Oh, this one maybe. I actually just don't know. It's probably this, right? I don't think I've seen this anywhere else. It's not a very nice... okay, I mean, I apologize if this is the hairstyle you rock on a day-to-day basis, but... I'm sorry. Okay, let's go with this one. Fine. Hair color. Yeah, dude. I'm going to tell you guys right now, stay away from this line here all the way to about there. It all just looks bad. I don't know. Those colors, they need to be reworked somehow. And it's... Yeah, look. I understand that you want those colors there, but they don't... You know, they don't look that brown. They look more vomity. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are just going to be picking the black style. Blue Storm. Yeah. Or this one. Or like Poison and Red Fire. I think they make the most sense in most cases. Facial hair. Wow, look at those brows, dude. That's bushy. Wow. That's not. This looks nice. Yeah. The facial hair actually looks quite nice on the male rogue. Once again, this sort of ruins it entirely. It's just the texture work on this. The idea of this style, where you got the Ethiopian caterpillar on your top lip, it's fantastic. It's a great style. It really works. But the problem is that they didn't do the stubble the same as they do the stubble on some of the hairstyles. And I feel like it would have looked a lot better if this stubble, this, was there. And you might say, oh, well, it's the same, Lumen. It's not exactly the same. They put too much of it here. I don't know. Yeah, see. They got these splotchy dark bits here. And I mean, seriously, that's not what facial hair looks like. This looks like you got like a stubble and then your toddler came and did your makeup and put mascara all over your hair. So, I mean, yeah, I'm not very impressed by it. I'm sorry, you might be able to tell. I like all the other stuff. The other beards look good, but those specifically, not so great. Okay, so for the purposes of this customization, we're going to take that off so we can see the other stuff. We looked at the color already. Accessories. He's got a very square... Dude, this is nice. I'm just noticing right now that he's got a fantastic... It's like... It's perfect symmetry. And then the jawline is chiseled. The nose is, I want to say, on the verge of looking exactly right to fit with that size or style of head. It's nice. It's a good shaped head. Yeah. Okay, makeup. You get to see the colors quite nicely here if you have this pale skin color. The colors that they put in as like the accents and stuff. Very cool. I feel like there's going to be a beautiful like blood priest or priestess look that you can go for with these included. Like all the red options. You just throw all the red options on your character, including the fresh blood tint down here for the markings, and you will come up with something like pretty fantastic. I like that. Okay, jewelry. Some good choices here. There are some that look sort of roguish. Although I feel like rogue is like the one class and the one backstory that you could sort of put anything there. Because perhaps they're stealing it. Perhaps they just picked it off someone's pocket or something like that. And they decided, yeah, this looks cool, let's put it on. So they have like a hodgepodge of different jewelry all over their face. Why not? Why the heck not? I dig that. Just the idea behind that. Stealing from people and just, yeah, that looks good. Let's put it on. But again, with some of the other stuff, it might not be as fitting. Like, you know, some of the more tribal looking stuff, the arcane symbols and stuff like that, it might look less fitting on a rogue. Like this to me is sort of roguish, but yeah. Markings. Let's have a look. Let's zoom out for this. I'm actually not zoomed out far enough. Here we go. After looking at all these characters, I'm pretty keen to jump in on the Druid, to be honest. I think the Druid's going to be kind of fun to customize. That's very roguish, this one. As is the one that I think is unique to Rogue. It's quite roguish too. That always looks like a little man, like someone drew a stick man on his arm. At first glance. It doesn't, when you actually like inspect it closely, it doesn't look like that, but... It's cool. Okay, yeah, so the one that I thought was unique to Rogue is this one, but I don't think it's unique to Rogue. I think this must be on the others as well. We'll see when we jump onto Druid now. It's cool. Let's take this quickly and I'll show you the colors. You got some darker colors here. Some brighter colors, which to me don't look that great. I think the solids without the outlines look way better, and fresh blood looks the best. I dare you to claim otherwise. That just looks amazing. The shininess is just, wow. Style points off the Richter. It's cool. It's cool. Alright, that brings us to the end. Now we are going to randomize. Let's see what we got here. I have high hopes. This looks nice. I feel like you're gonna be, in this whole rogue creation, you're gonna be able to make the most normal looking guy. Again, just because of the makeup, like the style options that you have available here, the shape of his face and stuff like that. You're gonna get some weird looking dudes here, but eventually we're gonna land on someone that looks just like, he looks normal, you know? We're gonna land on a normal looking guy. That's cool. Interesting combination with the green. And then that green swampy skin color. Look at that. Hey, this makes him look like he's in stone form or something. You know, if you change the color of these markings to something like this. Look at that. You can sort of push for that look. If you go for like the eyes on crystal or something like that. Maybe if you go for the hair a little whiter. Now this one just makes it look good. Yeah, that's really cool. Really cool. So again, some interesting options here, but I think overall, this class specifically looks the most, maybe down to earth is the way to put it, but the most normal of all of them. Nothing wrong with that, by the way. It gives you a lot of options. It gives you a good starting point, I think. But yeah, there you go. That's male rogue. We're going to jump out now. We're going to have a look at the Druid. I'm excited about this one. I'm actually quite excited. Overview. Flexible and resilient, druids harness the power of nature to protect life. Druids can shapeshift between the cunning werewolf and the powerful weird bear to fight their enemies. Additionally, those who prefer spellcasting can unleash earth and storm magic from a distance. So they tell you basically what your playstyles would look like there, and you can quite clearly see that there are pets on this class as well. You can sort of play up close and personal with a faster, more agile werewolf, or tanky style with the weird bear, and then they got storm and earth magic that they can use. Again, as I mentioned with most of the other classes, there are interesting ways to build your character. The most interesting way to build your character, however, is to customize it. Ha ha ha. Let's jump in. Oh god, this is going to be sick. I can tell. I can tell. There's a stark contrast to the skinny little weakling that we had before this. These guys just radiate power. Let's take the first one. Customize. Oh, that is fantastic, dude. There's something to be said for inclusivity in this character creator. I think Blizzard nailed it where that's concerned. They got like a little bit of everything for everyone. I think these look amazing. Oh, God. Alright, let's just start on something simple. There we go. Let's take the markings and stuff off quickly. Sorry, I'm like jumping ahead here a little bit. I just want to take the markings and stuff off so we can start on something normal. There we go. Zoom! Okay, faces. Yeah, nice. Again, covering the ethnicities. This is the basic one. I like it. And you will see when we jump onto the male, it's... yeah. It's pretty much what you'd expect. Like, that's the druid. But I like what they've done here. And the skin colors, they look nice. Much like on the Sorcerer, they have a pretty pure skin. So then the freckles actually end up looking better on them. In my opinion, I think the freckles look fantastic on the druids. I'm probably going to go with the skin color. I don't like that skin color so much. Again, it just... I don't know why, but when we get around here, I feel like there's like a green tone, a green tinge to it. And I'm not sure if I'm maybe just seeing things, because I'm a little colorblind, okay? And green is the problem color for me, green and red. So when you add a green to a warm tone, I maybe lose track of the plot a little bit. But again, I don't think it's just me that's seeing that green in the skin color there. So these are cool choices, but as I said, I'm going to go back to the freckles because I like how that looks. Eye color. Got the black. That just blackens everything up. They have pretty small eyes, unfortunately, so whatever you pick in here, you can't really see. There's browns, we got the blues here. Then we got the greens here. And then we have crystal, and then their special one is green incandescent, which obviously looks the best. Like, obviously. We'll take that. Hair. I want to see what their unique styles are. Is this the unique style? No. Also not that. I actually wouldn't be able to say. I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. I take that back. This is definitely the unique style. That's kind of sick. It's like a weird combo between braids and dreadlocks, right? Interesting. And is this the other unique one? No, it can't be. They might only have one. No, they must have two unique ones. I wouldn't be able to say which one it is. It must be... yeah, it must be this one. Cool, but we're going to go with this because it's the one. Facial hair. This is obviously just for the eyebrows. Although, I mean, I wouldn't have minded if they gave our ladies beards. That's amazing. Alright. Okay. Let's change the hair color. As you can see, this obviously changes the eyebrows too. Eyebrows are a little small, so you might not be seeing much color there, but it is changing. I feel like they'd look good with a sagely grey, you know, like this. And all the characters look good with black hair, obviously. Although for me, there's this connection between like a nice deep brown and the druid. And again, this is because of the druid from Diablo 2. That looks kind of sick. Yeah. But we're going to go with the brown color, just because, again, it means something to me. Accessories. Let's have a look at the makeup. I like it. I really like it. Some decent choices here. Just never go without. Always put something on. You know, for like a, in my opinion, for like a druid, this could look nice. A few of these with the green in could look nice, like that one. But obviously it's dependent on your skin color. Some of these look better on some skin colors and worse on others. That's just how makeup works. That's realistic. Now, we can't really see what's going on with the earrings, so I'm going to take the hair off for a second just so I can show you the jewelry, and then I'll put it back on in a moment. It's kind of nice. I don't know which of these would be considered druidic, but I guess at the end of the day it doesn't really matter. Because it's just something you're putting on your face. I do feel like it's the ultimate in accessorizing if you can actually pick something that matches the rest of your visual style. It's not something that everyone can do. Like, it's not an easy thing to match something as small as this jewelry, because they all have their own colors, their own textures, their own look and feel to them. And you know, if you're really good at doing stuff like this, you would be able to point that out. You'd be able to pinpoint like where it makes sense, which one looks good, which one doesn't, and yeah, you'd be able to go for that. Yeah, and the armor on Druid also looks really cool. It's like, oh, that's amazing. Really cool armor design. Okay, markings. We did look at that already, though. I'm going to put it on a dark color here, just so we can see. Zoom out. There's a lot of them covered here, so obviously you're going to be missing some details lower down, which is fine. That's always cool. I always like that one. Now I'll be able to tell if that other one was unique or not. It probably wasn't unique, and I was just losing my mind. Yeah, you sort of miss out on some of the details because the bras are quite big and the pants are quite big and whatever. Oh, is this a unique one to Druid as well? It feels like each of them has their own one unique one. Okay, cool. Yeah, it does seem like that other one's gone. I see, that's me going through this entire character creator, not even realizing that they gave a unique option to each of them. I mean, I've been looking at them, so you guys have seen them with me, so maybe you didn't see it either. I'll hope for that. Okay, we're back at the start. Some nice options here. The unique one obviously makes the most sense. It looks cool. They all look cool. There's like nothing really that makes the most sense, but that's kind of sick over the face there. Markings color. Kind of nice. Obviously this one stands out like crazy because of how shiny it is. Very cool. Yeah, some of it looks better and some of it looks worse. Like, I really like specifically this here on the Druid. It looks good. And there we go. That brings us to the end. I am going to randomize. Let's do it. Let's see what's available. Honestly, I wasn't looking to be wowed by this, but if I'm looking at it right now, yeah, it's not bad. I don't know, I just thought that they sort of funneled you into a specific style with the look and feel of the character. It's cool. Yeah, it's cool. This one looks on the verge of being dwarfish, and I like that as well. It's actually the hairstyle that does it, and then the runes and stuff that sort of fit. Oh, that's kind of sick. I feel like I said the same about that color scheme as well last time. But there you go. That is female Druid. We're going to jump back. Have a look at male. Ooh, this looks sick. The presets here. I can already tell by the presets I'm going to like this. Oh yeah, dude. I wonder if they're going to have unique beards. We'll see when we jump in now, but... Okay, let's go this one. Customize. Oh! Look at that hairy chest. Hell yes, man. Wait, go back again quickly. And I lost the visual of the first one. Here we go. Customize. That's cool. That's cool. See, the hair on the chest looks good. I think. Yeah, it looks kind of nice. Damn it. Let's take the beard off quickly. God. Never take the beard off, guys. Just a little tip from me to you. A tip-top pro character creation tip from Lumen himself. Keep the beard. Keep the beard. For real though, the faces are really cool here. Like, they're interesting. They've got a lot going on. They all have so much emotion. You can see the wear and tear of life as a druid fighting the demons of hell. Yeah, I can see it. Okay, skin tones. All these statuesque looking ones here. That's not the way I wished. Yeah. It's not how you use that word. But they look like statues. Look at the hair on the chest changing when you do these two. I'm not sure what's going on there. It looks like they sort of shaved their chest hair here and it's grown back in a stubble. Or it's just more curly. Okay, I see. It's more curly and this is more... So straighter hair, curly hair. Gotcha. Ah, okay, that's quite smart. I never expected that they'd do that. Dynamic change... Well, it's not dynamic, but changes to the chest hair of all things when you're changing the skin color. It's kind of weird, actually. Eye color. They have teeny weeny little eyes. You basically can't see the color changing. That's how small their eyes are. Interesting. Obviously the final color here, green incandescent, is the bright one. But yeah, we don't need to always pick that one. Let's look at the hair. Let's please just put that... Let's put that beard back on. So that's definitely the unique style, that one. But I'm not sure about the second unique style, honestly, I don't know. See, these must be druidic earrings that they have on. Yeah, I just feel like there's something missing. It's like the beard, when it disappears from this guy's face, it takes a part of his soul with him. And he looks distraught. He looks done. He's given up on life. You know? Oh, that's so much better. Holy crap. Oh, it's because we didn't have eyebrows. That's why it looked so weird. Oh, that's so much better. I apologize. Oh, no wonder these faces looked so weird. Oh, that guy looks really worried. No wonder. Man, I'm like going through it and I'm thinking, why does this guy's face look so weird? Thanks. You guys are probably shouting at me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause you any undue stress, but that's amazing. That is just so cool. Those are good brows for this druid. Like, that's the one I'd pick for sure on the druid. This is a unique style. Or maybe I'd pick this one. Huh. Yeah. I love how they made the character seemingly massive, but then also looks sort of totally dwarvish, right? Like, you guys, I can't be the only one having that feeling here. That they look sort of dwarvish in their makeup. The face, at least. Yeah, so for real, we're going to take this special one. And then we look at the hair colors. I'll show you what I meant by the druid hair color. It's like one of these browns. I'm not sure exactly which one it is, but like it might be this copper shimmer down here. Let's just see. Let's just see. This looks amazing. Wow. Like one of these, maybe. Or that there. So I'm trying to remember exactly how the druid looked in Diablo 2. I don't know. Something like that. These look nice. These look really nice. They have very expressive hair. It's like the hair is showing off the colors quite nicely compared to the other classes. You know? Let's take this one. I'm going to take the facial hair off. Because, you know, we want to be able to see the markings. Again, I know it sort of ruins it a little bit, and I'm sorry about that, but... Makeup. It ends up looking quite subtle because it gets lost in his face. He's got a big face. But it looks good. Definitely looks good. Yeah,
yeah, I would definitely put makeup on. Much like with all the others that I've done, I'd say, yeah, put the makeup on. It looks better that way. The jewelry. This is the last time that I'm going to be able to tell you, but it's all the same on all the classes. But obviously, I put the timestamps in the video, and, you know, anyone who watches the video might just jump between the different parts, and they might not see the first part in which I say it the first time. So, yeah, I like to say these things every time I go through here, in case anyone's wondering about that. There are some decent looking styles of jewelry here that I think would fit the druid for sure. I'm quite keen to randomize on this guy. It's nice. Very nice. It's a very specific style that you've got here when you take the head of hair off and the beard off. And I'm not saying it's not working, but I will say that I feel like it looks better with all the bells and whistles. That being the hair, the mustache, the beard, everything. Because when you got a big face like this, I think that, in all honesty, it looks better because you have more beard to show off then, right? Maybe it's just me that thinks that. Let's go. Let's check these out. Here we go. As we've come to realize, there's a unique one for each class. I should actually be turning him around. Oh, my bad. There's a unique one for each class. And the druid's one is coming up soon. Well, not that soon, but... It's funny, the markings actually look really good on this guy because his body is so big. It doesn't... stretching them and making them bigger doesn't seem to matter. I think the unique one for the druid is the next one. This one. I think that's unique to druid, but I'm not 100% on that. I'm never 100% on that. Yeah, dude. That's kind of nice. Cool. Alright, we're back at the start. Let's take this off. Oh yeah, we looked at the colors first. Let's look at the colors. And so you can actually, when you take the color off, it actually looks kind of nice too. The white never looks good to me. I don't know why. Well, I mean, I do feel like we actually had some decent looks going on the Necromancer with the white, but like that was basically it. It's very niche. This is extra shiny on the hair here. My favorite one by far, Fresh Blood. And I will say, I don't think Fresh Blood is the best on all of these characters, because, like, you know, a lot of the characters just don't suit that. Like, for instance, on a Sorcerer, you wouldn't want to put Fresh Blood tattoos or markings on. It just wouldn't make sense, right? But, you know, on a lot of the others, that would be kind of cool. Anyway, let's randomize now. Let's see if we can get some good looks with beards. Do I leave the armor on for it? Nah. That's sick. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Oh, that's great. That style is very together. Looks cool. Huh. Alright. Why not? Kinda sick. It's cool. I mean, it just highlights that they have some really decent choices here. And you know, some of them look at me like, this is really cool. This is... yeah, this is nice. I don't know, I think that unique hairstyle that they have actually just really works for them. And when that pops up, I end up liking it more. Or this one's also quite together. It's got a good look and feel to it. Very cool. Very, very cool. But there you go. That brings us to the end of the Druid customization and to the end of this video. I love it. I love it. And as an outro, I'm going to say that Blizzard have taken the idea of simple yet satisfying, and they've given us just enough to tinker with, just enough to change, just enough control over how our character looks and feels to make it the sweet spot. Basically, if they had added a whole bunch of extra stuff, then you might have been able to do too much and your character wouldn't fit into their world. But like all of these characters that you see in here,
it would make sense seeing them in the game world. All the ones that I randomized through, all these guys sitting around the campfire. It's just a perfect fit for the Diablo world and the universe and the lore and everything together. And, you know, there might be less options and it might be, in essence, a preset picker, which it is. There are no sliders or anything like that. They don't give you full RGB control. But honestly, I think that it's better off this way. And you must keep in mind that, you know, in the previous main series game in Diablo 3, you just, you know, you had one choice. You had male or female, and then you played. That was it. So this is a massive step up from that. And if I'm going to be honest, the models that we're looking at here are awesome. The quality, the texture work, the variety, the inclusivity, it's all here. They've done a fantastic job with it. It's really, really cool. And I mean, if you look at each of these characters here, each of the different classes, the awesome thing about it is that no matter what you do with your customization, you will still stand out as one of these. That's sick. It's really nice. So yeah, if you guys have anything to share about that, if you have anything to say about the classes and their customization and their design and all that, I'd love to hear. And if you've managed to make something fantastic, I'd love it if you shared that with me. It's always cool. You can come share it on the Discord server or something like that. It's fantastic. It's awesome. I love it. And yeah, I mean, geez, we're customizing characters in Diablo 4. I think a lot of people thought that this day would never come. I will confess, at a certain point, I felt like I was one of those people. So it's nice to be in here, and it's nice to now, finally, have access to this. So yeah, I think that Blizzard did a good job with this. And I think that, given the amount of options that we have, that most players will be able to jump in and make something that feels good for them, that makes them feel like they have their own character that they're playing with. And the fact that you can see your character up close and personal in cutscenes gives you all the more reason to pay attention, special attention, to how it looks. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. And I'm going to say that I am impressed. Yeah, there are some points where I feel like they could improve things. It's not all 100% positive. I think that some of the hair textures here and there, especially the stubble on the face, like I mentioned multiple times, could definitely be worked on. And I want to say that there are a few points where they could add a little to give it a whole lot more variety and customization options. But for the most part, it's just really cool. I like it a lot. I'm a little biased because Diablo is probably one of my favorite series of all times. So being able to jump in here and actually have control over how my character looks, it's just a good feel for me. It's amazing. Anyway, you guys can check back here soon for more. I thank you all so much for watching this video, especially those of you that power all the way through the video and watch the whole thing. You guys are the true stars of the show. Thank you, thank you. If you're jumping into Diablo, have fun. Enjoy it. Man, I know I will. As always, give this video a like and share it and do all that other good stuff. You can check back here soon for more character creation videos and for Diablo 4 videos, because I'm definitely going to be playing this game. So there you go. Happy creating those characters, guys. Happy that.